All right, this is just a quick video to show you that one of these Husky 25-gallon cargo toolboxes from Home Depot will fit in a Can-Am. This is a 2022 Can-Am Maverick Sport XRC. And you will have to take off the axle and the wheels on the box. I believe I picked it up $79 and some change at Home Depot. And I was real hesitant. I seen another video, and he didn't really mention how big the box was. I think they said 35 gallons or so. I looked, and I couldn't find that size. So I took a crap shot and went and got this. And overall, it fits pretty good. If I take off the holder there in the back around the cargo area, as you can see that right here, I'll point to it. If you take that off, the box will fit flush once the wheels and the axle are off the box. I do like that piece, so I want to keep it on there, so I figured out how I can make it work. So pretty much you set the box in there with your the piece there on the back still on, and you set the box in there, and it's going to be about 3 inches or so off of the bottom of the actual cargo container area. And so you got about a 3-inch gap. I'll zoom in here so you can see what I'm talking about. Right about, you can see right in here. So there's a gap between the box and the base of the bed. About 3 inches. Not a big deal. It's stable, and what I did, let me zoom back in there. What I did was I used about 4 to 6 inch carriage bolts. And I put them in the slots on the bed of the side-by-side. I had to do a little fabrication and cut the part of the bolt head off, the round bolt head. I kind of made it square, essentially, and ground it down. And then I got it in there, and it slides in the slots pretty good. And, I got about a half inch or inch or so in the box to be able to put the nut on there. So I used some lock nuts so they don't move around a lot on the inside. I did have to notch a little bit out so I could get the nut tightened. And I ended up putting a little tiny hole right around that area. And I just put a little bit of silicone on it. Not a big deal. So anyways, so I bought a shovel. You see the shovel up there? I think it's a 41 inch. That's a total length, not handle. 41 inch. And I got that on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. And I got the grips that is holding the handle, the handle to the shovel. I got them off of Amazon as well. I'll put the link in the description for them. And so what I did to keep it flush in the back, in the rear of the bed, I put about a 3 inch or so dense foam. Couple strips of that in there on each side of the box and the bed to keep it nice and flush there. So you're not getting no movement, none of that, and it's bolted in the front with the 2 carriage bolts, and it works great. There's no movement, nothing like that. It's a waterproof box. And I'll go ahead and I'll zoom in. I added a light, a motion sensor light in there, so when you open it up, light will turn on when it's dark. And I added a cargo net on the inside of the lid, so you could keep some lighter stuff up there. I added a few carabiners, and that's about it. It came out pretty good, and I'll zoom in the inside of the box and we'll end the video. I just wanted to let people know it'll fit. I know I had a heck of a time trying to figure it out, what will fit in here and keep my gear dry and not dusty. So I'll zoom in here. Okay, here's just a quick shot of the inside of the lid where I put the cargo net. I got some walking sticks that are up there right now. I got a camping trip this weekend that I'm doing out in the desert, so I'm trying to get prepared. So what I did was just drill some holes in this webbing, as you see where I'm pointing right here. I didn't compromise the box because the webbing don't go to the exterior of the box. So I just found some good spots to tie into there, drilled whatever size you need. I got the netting at Harbor Freight, $5 for that, and I think it was like 12 by 15 or something. And it works great, you know, so it'll work for what I need it for, save a little bit of space in the box. The box itself is surprisingly bigger than what you think. It holds quite a bit of stuff. And I'll zoom in here. Like I said, I'm doing a camping trip here coming up, so I got some gear in here. You can kind of, to get a, you can get a good measure of how much it will hold. Okay, here's a view from, at the inside of the box. You can see the lighting I put in right here. It's a motion sensor light. You can get it from Harbor Freight. I got it like $5 or something like that. I also have a Sawzall in here, a Coleman camping stove, a lantern, and just a bunch of other gear for when I go out this weekend. I added a couple carabiners right here just to attach and secure anything if I needed. And that's it. The box works, and if you have any questions, just go ahead and shoot me a comment or whatever, and I'll try to help out as much as I can. With a little fabrication, the 25-gallon Husky freight or Husky box will work. Yeah, so see ya.